Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Vail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveway and parking lot. Service at a great price. Call Vail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today.
Assist to Sell. Find out how you can save thousands selling your home. Visit assisttosell.com and find a full-service agent in your area. We love to save your money.
Assist to Sell, full service with savings, 886-4990. It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring. It's Christmas time again.
Media and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Good afternoon and welcome to Riverton, Wyoming for the opening weekend of Wyoming High School Winter Sports as the Star Valley Lady Braves and Braves are here at Riverton. This game being played at Riverton Middle School after Star Valley coming off a loss last night, but a win earlier this morning. Now this is already in less than 24 hours, game 3 of this weekend.
Yeah, these two programs have already played once earlier today. The Lady Braves playing at 10 a.m., which quite honestly, after an evening game, may not be what you'd like to do on a Friday morning, but they did it. They did their job. They came out and came away with a pretty nice win over the Lander Tigers earlier today. They won that one earlier today, 51-35. So a nice job by the ladies, getting up into 50 points against Lander. And then they are young and athletic and ambitious, so they've got enough energy for another game tonight, dude.
Here we go. It's all part of the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. Duke and Dal here with you as we get ready for this first broadcasted game. We'll talk more about the previous two games. Of course, the Lady Braves first, then the varsity boys right after this one. Dal, let's take a look at the Crimson Corner right now as part of our countdown to tip-off coverage.
Well, earlier today I mentioned that there was a couple of wins by the girls and the boys. The boys actually had the same number of points. They won 51-39. So both teams victorious in Lander earlier today. Last night, both teams losing, the varsity teams losing to Laramie. The girls losing 43-27 on Thursday night. The boys losing, that one had, as I mentioned this morning during Sports Friday, at least 15 lead changes, according to David Settle, who broadcasted that from Laramie. But it ended up being 64-56 in favor of the Plainsmen as they knocked off the Braves last night and pulled away at the end. And then, of course, the Braves Brawl is underway. Right now, you can find that watch link. There's a girls and a boys mat going right now on a split screen at svinews.com, and exciting times for the Crimson Corner.
That's a check of that Crimson Corner. What's happening in Star Valley High School sports outside of these basketball games with our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Some other basketball games going on this weekend around the state of Wyoming of note. Here's the roundup with the help of Sunrise Engineering.
Well, here are some scores from Thursday. Of course, a lot of different tournaments going on. Lyman defeating Kemmer yesterday, 61-18. Mountain View taking care of Cokeville, 54-45. These are girls' scores, by the way. Lyman played twice, and they picked up another win over Manila, Utah, 49-35. Cheyenne Central, 66-33 over Green River. Cheyenne East, ranked number 2 to start the season. They defeated Kelly Walsh, 49-28. Number 5, Natrona County. They look like they mean business, Duke. They beat up on Evanston last night, 78-39. Of course, a huge matchup between East and West. Number 1, Cody, the Phillies, looking every bit the number 1 team in Class 4A as they defeated Thunder Basin in Gillette, 58-40. I think that's a very impressive win for the Phillies. Number 4, Campbell County, beating up on Rock Springs, 62-21. In this tournament, the Stranigan tournament, Sheridan defeating Riverton 60-34. This Cheyenne South team defeated Jackson 35-20. Powell over Lander 46-27, and Pinedale pulling away from Rollins 60-25.
That's a check of your roundup with the help of Sunrise Engineering, creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit them online at sunrise-eng.com. It's all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Just over 9.5 minutes to go before we tip off this game. Game 3 already of the weekend for the Star Valley Lady Braves, warming up to take on Cheyenne South on the SVI Sports Network.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today.
Corey and the staff at Miles CPA would like to say thank you to the community of Star Valley for the wonderful support provided over the last 16 years.
Go Braves!
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
In Riverton today for live coverage of Star Valley High School basketball with the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. The Star Valley Lady Braves looking at Game 3 of a 4-game weekend to open up the season here at Riverton. This one being played at Riverton Middle School. Good afternoon, Duke. Dan Dal Erickson here with you. Now let's recap the rivalry between the Star Valley Lady Braves and Cheyenne South.
Well, it's not a very long rivalry, so it doesn't take that long to look up. Cheyenne South, of course, opened up for students in 2009, and that was just a freshman class. They built it up for the next several years after that. The first time Star Valley and Cheyenne South girls played was in the 2018-2019 season, and the Bison are 2-0 against Star Valley. They played them twice, won both times. The last meeting was during this was tournament play in 2019, and South won that one, and a good one, 60-55. So this will be the third meeting all time in the varsity ranks between Star Valley and Cheyenne South. That's a look at your rivalry, brought to you by Simplot, Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth's resources to life, visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. About 6 minutes left in our countdown to tip-off coverage. Now this is going to be Coach Erickson's, can you believe it, 4th year as head coach for Star Valley. It feels like it's only his second or maybe third if we're really stretching it out, but 4th year for Coach Kate Erickson and his staff.
Well, he probably would argue sometimes it flies and sometimes it doesn't. But I know Cade's excited about this group of girls. He said as much to me in a couple of interviews that we've had, and he's also very appreciative of the staff he has. He's assisted by actually 2 former Lady Braves head coaches, Cade Wilkes, who is, I think, second all-time on the wins list at Star Valley High School, and then Jason Kazare, he's coached in the girls 4A class before, and then Shaylin Hathaway helping him with the underclassmen. So I know he really is appreciative of that staff that's helping him out.
Of course, this one is mentioned, Game 3 of this 4-game weekend against Cheyenne South, and more live coverage as we continue with the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to tip-off about 5 minutes away from starting this one. It's all part of Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network.
I've been thinking, commentating is not that tough.
Really?
Yeah, I think we can do it.
You think so?
Wow. That is a smooth finish.
I am speechless. As she moves in, stalking the dum-dums. Critical play for the organization. Look at that skill.
Focus. Focus.
Finger dexterity.
Focus.
On its finest display here.
Focus! They're to the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, they're gonna go all the way!
It's a touchdown!
Yeah!
Duke and Dow got nothing on us!
Yeah!
Your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs, such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
I went up to Dr. Melissa to get some acupuncture on my hips and my knees because of problems that I've been having, and some of the things I wasn't able to do was to walk upstairs very well or get in a car or hike or anything like that. So because of that, now I'm riding my bicycle and going hiking and walking lots more, and it's just been a real blessing for me to be able to do that.
The countdown to tip-off is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Riverton Middle School, the location for today's game as we continue with the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Made possible by, of course, First Bank of Wyoming in Afton and Alpine. Let's make your building dreams become a reality. Find construction loan information at gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. Good afternoon, Duke. Dan Dal Erickson here with you. Our first broadcast of the weekend. But Dal, as we've already mentioned, not the first game of the weekend for the Lady Braves. A loss last night, but a win earlier today.
Yeah, not even close to the first game. In fact, they're playing 2 games today and then one more tomorrow as both the Lady Braves and Braves will take on Sheridan High School. But yeah, victories earlier today for both the boys and girls varsity in Lander. They got up early, snuck in an extra game, and now they're here back in Riverton, just down the road a piece at Riverton High School or Riverton Middle School to take on Cheyenne South.
Boys varsity will tip off right after this one, but first let's take a look at this game with the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, key number 1 for me for the Lady Braves, Duke, they need to get to 40 points, which they did earlier today. They scored 51 against Lander earlier today. They scored 27 last night against Laramie. I think 40 is really kind of a benchmark for them every game, honestly. Key number 2, no double-digit runs. Basketball is a game of runs, 2-3 baskets, but you can't let it get up to 10, 12, 14 points, things like that. I think the Lady Braves need to shoot 75% from the free throw line, and I think they need to hit at least 3 3-pointers today. If they do all of those things today, I think they should have an excellent chance to win.
That is your Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game. Legend driven. Visit them at RockyMountainYeti.group. That is the RockyMountainYeti.group and the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game. That's about it for the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Dal, just a quick outlook here. Star Valley boys and girls going to have a break next week. A couple games over the holiday break. It's going to be a long time, though, before we see the Braves in action on their home court.
Yeah, I think it's January 14th is the first time they play at home. The girls at least have a game with Preston coming up here before, well, too long. But the guys, it's not until 2023. Kind of a crazy time that they're going to have to take care of that.
Let's send it down to the court for the national anthem just before tip-off of this one. No anthem, but a Pledge of Allegiance before we tip off this game. And, of course, Star Valley going to be the visiting team in this one, so they'll be in the crimson and gold. And South is going to be the home team, and so they'll be in their home white jerseys today. Coach Kate Erickson getting in some final words to his girls before they start. And, Dal, one of the things you have to think about this early on in the season, maybe still working on condition. So we mentioned this is the third game in 24 hours, and so we'll see how fresh the legs are for the Lady Braves today.
And obviously the second game today. And so, that could have even played a factor earlier today into who played maybe more minutes in his fourth season. Maybe he was able to work on that. Otherwise, maybe we're just going to have some really tired teenagers at the end of this.
Sheridan Coles, looks like Delancey Brogue, Maddie Hale, Cameron Erickson, and is that Sheridan? I'm trying to
see. 23, Delancey Brogue.
Yep.
Maddie is jumping.
Oh, Kenley. Kenley's the one I'm missing. Kenley Engelhardt, there's your starting five.
Of course, Kenley.
And the opening tip will go to Star Valley. Erickson quickly down to Cole. Shot up in the rim and good. And within 5 seconds, Star Valley gets the tip and the bucket to drop. And they have the early 2-0 lead.
Great start there. An assist and a bucket.
Jump ball.
Like the possessioner. We're going to stay with Cheyenne South.
Inbound play up top for South. Work it to the right side elbow. Pass just above the corner. Couple left-hand dribbles for Smith. She's being covered by Hale, and the ball's poked out loose. Smith tries to corral it. Can't. Out of bounds. The Lady Braves basketball. Star Valley now with the turnover on their opening possession.
One of those unforced turnovers, and Smith just hangs her head. She's like, she's got to get that out of her head and come back next time, and it'll be a better outcome.
Now Star Valley with the 2-point lead early on, less than a minute into the game. They'll work the ball around the outside, up 2-0 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Driving in on the wing, now a kick out, 3-ball from Erickson, off the rim, no good, rebounded by South, and they will run the floor and overthrow the half-court pass, and out of bounds on the far side. Star Valley will get it back with 7:05 to still play in the first.
Van Tassel came down with the rebound, but as she tried the outlet pass, just a little too much height on that, and ends up being another turnover against the Bison.
Star Valley working against the full court press, and there's going to be a quick foul on the Bison. Give that to Gunn, I believe. And Star Valley will inbound in the front court.
First personal foul, first team foul here so far today. We're down to 6:52 in the first quarter.
Star Valley working the perimeter on offense. Still with this 2-0 lead. Going to the corner. Now bounce on the baseline. Double team by Erickson. Kicks it back to the post. Dribble in the paint. Shot is up off the square. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Tips it to Coles. She can't score, but another offensive board. And good with the foul. Finally cleaning it all up is Cameron Erickson to go to the stripe for the and one.
Say Sheridan Cole's doing a nice job of being persistent there on getting a couple of shots. One of them might have got a little piece of a hand, but she just battles through it. Cameron comes up with another offensive board, as you mentioned, and puts in the deuce. Still figuring out free throw percentages here. The first weekend, Cameron completes a three-point play.
Star Valley Lady Braves open up the game against Cheyenne South on a 5-0 run. 6:37 to play in the first, and then almost tipped out on the ensuing inbound play by Engelhardt. That's something we saw from Kenley all last year.
Well, and it was really starting to get momentum at the end of the season.
On a fast break off the inbound, Van Tassel for South gets their first points of the game with a layup. Makes it 5-2. Half-court press being put on by South. Hale breaks it with the crossover move at the midcourt. double teamed in the front court, bounces it over, and Brogue has it on the left side wing. Ball almost stolen, but Hale rips it away, and then it is poked out, picked up by South. And the Bison try and go quickly down the floor, work it back to the outside. Smith on the perimeter, jab steps, now has a screen, works it above the corner. 3 ball on the way by Williams, good to tie the game at 5 with 6 left in the first.
And she was the girl that was all despondent that she had turned it over before, and now she's got a triple.
South answers a 5-0 run with one of their own. 3-ball missed on the outside by Engelhardt on the ensuing possession for the Lady Braves, and now South with the ball. 5:40 to play in the opening quarter, and a travel call in the front court, and that will give Star Valley the basketball back.
Van Tassel didn't even argue. She just took an extra step there. Star Valley will come back with the ball at three-quarter court. And Cheyenne South meeting them kind of in this mid-court area here with the trap. Lady Braves just need to be confident. That's what this is all about.
Lady Braves back the other direction. And the ball knocked out of bounds, going to stay with Star Valley on their end of the floor.
Sheridan Coles will check this in. And she's got the 3 fingers up, Duke, whatever that means.
It means inbound to Engelhardt. And Engelhardt, dribble drive, jumper in the lane, no good, but rebounded underneath. Put back, no good, but a foul. And we'll see once again Cameron Erickson go to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Dow Cameron had high hopes her junior season coming into the year, but an injury sat her on the bench almost the entire season. And so now as a senior, expecting big things from Cameron.
Yeah, basically robbed her of that 90% of that season last year. And she had a double-double earlier today, and she knocks down the free throws. Right now, she's on her way to doing that again. She's got 4 points and 2 rebounds so far.
With the clock stopped at 5 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Here's the second of 2 free throws, and that one's good as well. Makes it 7-5. Star Valley back on top. Lady Braves putting on a full court press. Still trapped in the backcourt, and a foul is going to be called as Coles tried to strip the ball away in the trap. And that will stop the clock at 5:16.
And I think Sheridan will learn she doesn't need to do that right there. The ball handler, she had both her and Engelhardt and the midcourt line to deal with. I think if you're just patient there, that turnover's going to come.
7-5, Star Valley with the 2-point lead, and now the ball is knocked loose, picked up by Star Valley. On the run is Coles, and she's blocked at the rim on the other end, swatted by Smith, and South comes down with the loose ball. Now it's kicked out of bounds off of South, and Star Valley will get it back, but what a great defensive play by the Bison after Star Valley gets the steal.
That was a heck of a block.
5 minutes, 1 second to go in our opening quarter at Riverton Middle School in the opening weekend of high school basketball in Wyoming. Lady Braves with the ball and a 2-point lead, up 7-5 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Lady Braves work around the perimeter. Hale passes to the left side, now into the corner to Cameron. Cameron holds high, a couple dribbles to go to the wing, picks it up, feeds it into the paint, but stolen away by South, and it's a 2-on-1 break. All the way to the rim after the steal, but lost the handle on the basketball as Smith, and Sheridan turns it right back over on the fast break.
Smith's definitely got some athleticism. She's flashed that already a couple times here in this first quarter.
Now South putting on the full court press, a 2-2-1. Lady Braves still in the backcourt, now breaking across the timeline. Feed to the low block on the right. Now a tip ball picked up by Star Valley. Coles has it on the left post. Ball ripped away from her, and another steal by the South Bison defense. That was Ward who gets the steal with 4:17 to play in the first.
That's a tough one for Sheridan because she was doing a good job stepping into the ball because it didn't quite get to her, but South was able to rip it away.
Smith trying to back down the defense, and Sheridan thought she had a steal, but the official says she got hand.
No, they call the carry on Smith.
Oh, okay. All right.
She did not agree with it, by the way.
4:08 to play in the first, and Star Valley gets the ball back after the carry. Another 2-2-1 press at the half court by South, and Star Valley throws it away, but the ball's tipped out of bounds off of Sheridan's or South's hands.
See, again, there's Smith. She just about comes away with another steal. You're not going to be able to telegraph your passes like that to a girl like her. She's going to be able to pick that off.
Nice entry pass into the lane. Shot no good, but a foul. That will put Cameron Erickson again to the Riverside Dental free throw line, and she will have 2 attempts with 3:58 to go in the first.
Very nearly another and one situation. This one's going to go against number 15, Williams. Her first personal. 4th team foul.
Free throw is left short off the front rim as Van Tassel checks in for South, and Williams will have a seat. One more to come for Erickson at the Riverside Dental free throw line. Star Valley Lady Braves still leading South right now 7-5 in the first quarter.
First miss from the line there for Cameron thus far today.
Second attempt is going to be in and good. Star Valley jumped out to a 5-0 lead. South answered to tie at 5, and now Lady Braves up 8-5.
Cameron with 6 of those.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first. South sets up in their half-court offense. A screen on the outside. Here's Ward, bounces it to the perimeter. And a pass to the right side wing. Van Tassel gives it back up, now has it back. Open look three, good to tie the game at 8. A triple from the outside from Van Tassel.
That was a nice job of Bison. She picked up her dribble, asked for it back. She was feeling the three and drained it.
Star Valley on the other end. 3:20 to go in our first quarter of play. 3-ball attempt from Bailey Erickson, left short, tries to follow, does get her own rebound, and almost hit the putback. Couldn't quite get it to go. The second rebound grabbed by South. And South throws it away on the other end, trying to hit Brennan under the hoop over her head.
To me, in my opinion, someone's got to put a little more of a body on Van Tassel. You can already tell she is one of these players that's going to make this team go. If you could make her work a little harder on both ends of the court, but if you leave her alone, she's going to pick you apart on both ends.
See Anna Olenslager coming to the game for Star Valley, getting her first minutes. Dribble down the floor is Bailey Erickson. She's blocked at the rim. Loose ball will be saved by South, but into the hands of the Lady Braves. Star Valley will have it around the top of the arc. Bailey takes a three, down the barrel, bump, no foul. Rebound comes down to South. 2:43 to play in the first, still tied at 8. Cheyenne South basketball. Working the outside left is Van Tassel. Pitches the ball to Ward. Lady Braves settling into the man-to-man defense. Ball still on the perimeter. Screen for Van Tassel, but passes away to Brennan. 2:20 to go in the first. 4 team fouls on South, 1 on Star Valley. Clock down to 2:10. Now they go to the post, back outside Montgomery. Lady Braves playing great defense on this long South possession. Ball again outside to Van Tassel. Tries to get in, can't. Bailey Erickson all over her on defense, forces the ball out. A timeout taken by Cheyenne South as they couldn't get anything to go offensively. Back in 30 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is, and it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter.
Back to more live coverage of the Star Valley Braves, provided by the SVI Sports Network.
After the South timeout, it's going to be Bison basketball against the Lady Braves. 1:58 to play in our opening quarter here, tied down at 8.
I really like that last defensive stand here to force the timeout. The ladies not letting anything in the paint. And as long as you're sound around the perimeter, you're forcing South to take a contested shot.
That one was contested in the lane and no good. Missed by Smith, rebounded by Star Valley. They run with the ball the other way. Here's Coles, tries to drive in, and it will be a jump ball call as she got tied up with Smith, who's been all over the floor defensively. It's going to stay with Star Valley on the possession arrow. They'll inbound on their baseline. 1:42 to play in the first. Inbound to a wide open Hale for three. Missed it on the right wing. Rebounded by Smith. She wants to run. Throws the ball down the floor and a good sidestep. Shot no, but a foul. 1:33 to play in the first period and a chance for South to take their first lead of the game with Van Tassel on the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Star Valley just a hair late getting back right there, and it allowed Van Tassel to get good position down low and then drawing the foul here to get to the line.
One dribble, free throw away, and swished it through. First lead for South. They now have it up 9-8 with 1:33 left to go in the first.
Why am I not surprised she's good at free throws? I'll bet you anything there is a hoop at the Van Tassel house.
Probably has been for a long time, as the second one's also perfectly through and a 2-point advantage for South. Star Valley breaks the full court press. Works the ball to the right side. Hale tries to bounce pass inside, but it's knocked out of bounds by Brennan. Lady Braves will keep it on their baseline.
These guards, they're a little new here. Some of these guards, Sheridan and Delancey and Bailey, they're going to get a little more savvy at that post-entry pass.
Here's a jumper just above the baseline. No good, but a rebound underneath by Star Valley, and then it's ripped away. Olenslager had the board, but taken out of her hands. Now South with it and throwing away a half-court pass, trying to go down under the rim, and it went out. Star Valley basketball. Williams back into the game.
Both.
Bouncing around and in.
That off the glass.
Star Valley now ties it up as you work it to the left side, now to the top of the key. Flick to the left side angle, dump it down to the corner. Three is good from Ward. 3-point lead now for South, their largest of the game, with 27 seconds to go before the break.
Well, that's the third triple for Cheyenne South. Lady Braves still looking for their first one.
Clock down to 20. Star Valley working the perimeter. Here's a three, no good. Fight for the rebound underneath. Ball's loose, and Cheyenne will have it. South on the run with 11 seconds, and then knocked out of bounds by Brogue. Stays with South, and 9 seconds on the clock.
Good hustle play there from Delancey.
South will inbound in the front court. They go down to a one-on-one in the low post. Dribble, double team, kick it outside. Clock down to 5, and South throws it away. Went over the head on the outbound pass.
All right, here you go. 5 seconds is plenty of time to get a good shot if you'll execute.
Inbound into the backcourt. Hale with it at 3. 2, quick pass left side, shot up and deflected from behind and well short. And after one, South with a 3-point lead, 13-10 over the Lady Braves on the SVI Sports Network.
Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit svfunzone.com for reservations.
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Starting the second quarter of play, and Lady Braves trailing by 3 after a little run before the break, and South up 13-10.
Well, and Duke, I've got Cheyenne South 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, Star Valley 0 for 6. So that's the score in a nutshell.
Second quarter will start with South in possession of the basketball. Williams will inbound at the half court. Lady Braves will step back and set up their defense. Looks like they may switch into a zone, and they will. 2 high, 3 low. South takes a quick 3 and 2 strong, no good. Rebounded though by the Bison. They'll work it back outside. To the right is Williams, another 3, missed that one as well. This time Cameron Erickson gets the rebound, outlets to Kenley on the run, numbers for the Braves, and underneath to Hale, and no good but a foul. And that's going to put Hale to the Riverside Dental free throw line. She'll have 2 attempts.
It's a nice job of running the court and getting a shot. I talked about getting position before the defender can get in position, and that's what Maddie did here, and earned herself a trip to the line.
First attempt of 2. And it will be too strong off the back iron with the clock stopped at 7:38 in the second period.
Maddie with 2 points and a steal thus far. That was her first free throw attempt of the evening. She's got one more, as you mentioned. Van Tassel checking back in for the Bison, replacing Brennan.
Second attempt for Maddie to make it a 2-point game. Off the mark right side, rebounded by South. Lady Braves come up empty. They still trail 13-10. 7:30 to play in our second quarter.
Smith with her third rebound so far in this game.
She has the ball, works it inside, kicks it back outside. Shot fake on the perimeter by Montgomery. Back to Smith. She feeds down to the low post. There's Gunn. The turnaround is missed. And a rebound for Star Valley. Cameron Erickson on the board. Star Valley tries to go out in front to Hale, but Kenley just let her a little too much. Sails out of bounds. South basketball.
I did like what Star Valley did defensively on this last trip, though, Duke. They didn't force themselves on the ball handler. They made it so Smith had to make a good shot, and it was just contested, and she just missed it. You get the offense or the defensive board.
Ball movement around the outside for South. Bison swing from left to right. Feed it inside. Ball tipped and taken away by Star Valley. On the steal is Sheridan. Coles across the half-court line. Works it into the front court. Feeds to Kenley. Engelhardt up top as we are now under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bounce to Cameron. Nice. A pass into Cameron, who scores off the left. That was Maddie Hale on the assist.
There's a really nice job of setting up. Cameron puts it in, but yeah, nice pass from Maddie.
And a foul on the other end against Star Valley as Van Tassel drove in the left post. Stops the clock at 6:28 to play in the second. 1-point game now, but Van Tassel to the Riverside Dental free throw line and 2 shots.
It's on Kenley Engelhardt, her first. Third team foul, as you mentioned, Duke. 5:28 to go in the half. First free throw is no good from Van Tassel, who had been 2 for 2.
One more attempt to come.
Brennan back in for Smith.
Just a 1-point lead in favor of the Cheyenne South Bison as Van Tassel's second attempt is down and in. Makes it a 2-point lead now with 6:28 to play in the second. Quick pass down the floor. Star Valley takes another 3, right wing off the rim. No good. Missed by Brogue. Fight for the rebound, and Van Tassel's going to have it for South. Pushing the ball all the way down to the left side post. Now retreats back outside. Kick out for 3. Ward off the rim. Bouncing again. No good. Rebounded by Hale. Star Valley basketball. 6 minutes to play in the second. Uncontested across the timeline is Maddie. She still has the dribble. Calls the play. Works it down low to a wide open Sheridan Coles, who scores off the high square. Defensive breakdown for South, and we're tied at 14.
And a nice job of Delancey Brogue to recognize that she was flashing down there, so she gets the assist.
14 all. 5:40 to play in the second. This is the 4th tie in this game. Ball tipped by Erickson. Loose ball, fighting for it. South comes out with it. Kick out 3 from Van Tassel off the square and in on the left side wing.
I don't think she called it, but they all count the same. She's got 11 points now, does Van Tassel. That's her second triple.
5:19 to play in our second period. 17-14 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Lady Braves trail with the basketball. Work it left side. Kenley for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded, though, by Cameron Erickson. She retreats back outside, goes to Hale. She'll take another 3 top of the key. Missed another one, and the ball's out of bounds. Untouched. It's going to be South possession.
At some point, the Lady Braves are going to have to decide that to either stick with the 3 or try something different. They're 0 for 9 now in this ball game, and that's 5 different players who's tried. I'm not saying give it up altogether, but that's a lot of empty possessions right there.
Bailey Erickson and Anna Olenslager both check back into the game for Star Valley. 4:48 to play in our second period. Lady Braves still trailing by 3. Ball tipped away and almost stolen by Bailey. They're going to get her with a foul, though, in the front court.
Boy, that's... Okay, no, this is actually what I thought happened, is Bailey got the steal, and then she was fouled. So that's actually, that's a foul against South. I haven't seen the number they gave it to yet. Looks like number... Quist, thank you.
16 foul on Cheyenne South. So Lady Braves will be single bonus the rest of the half with 4:40 to play in the second. Star Valley goes down low to Olenslager, who is double teamed, and a jump ball call. They tied her up. Possession will stay with Star Valley, but flips the arrow. 4:35 to go before half.
It's got to be a little quicker when you get that ball and get into your movement. Otherwise, you get tied up.
Maddie Hill inbounds down low to Coles, who's fouled on her way up. Good inbound play. Sheridan to the Riverside Dental free throw line to take 2 shots.
And that is single bonus time now. That one was on the shot, so Sheridan's shooting 2. Sheridan Cole's shooting 2. But that 4:33 to go in the quarter, the Lady Braves will be shooting from here on out.
First attempt from the stripe is short, no good. Remains a 3-point lead in favor of Cheyenne South. 17-14 with one more free throw to come.
Sheridan with 4 points, 2 rebounds. It's going to be really confusing tomorrow when we're playing Sheridan.
Right? We'll stick with Coles
there you go.
At that point. Second attempt from Coles, no good, but fighting for the rebound is Maddie Hale. Rips it out, and then it's stolen away on her pass to the outside. And South regains the basketball. Montgomery across the timeline for the Bison. Still a 3-point lead in favor of South. 4:18 to go in the second as the Bison work the outside. Dribble left as Ward bounced to the down low baseline, kicks it back out up top. Van Tassel is there. And Star Valley sticking to this 2-3 zone.
I like it, Duke. I think you're forcing the guard line of South to make a little more pinpoint passes, and we've seen them turn it over several times in those situations in this first half.
Flip to a man-to-man here with 3:50 to play, and it's official's timeout.
Something on the court. I don't know if it's a piece of gum or... It wasn't money because he threw it away.
Into the stands. 3:51 to play in the second. Dangerous inbound play, tipped by Star Valley. Ball is loose and picked up by Hale. Star Valley basketball. Bailey Erickson across the timeline. Gets down to the baseline, flicks it up top outside. Kenley Engelhardt on the perimeter. Picks up her dribble and goes to Hale. One dribble pass from Maddie over to Sheridan. She'll pass left side. Engelhardt, triple, no good, off the mark, and rebounded by South. 3:20 to play in the second. It's still a 3-point lead. Kenley gets a steal in the front court, and then she's fouled.
And she'll go to the line to shoot 1-and-1 here. I just want to point out right now, Kenley with 3, she's 0 for 3 from the 3-point line, Duke. That's really not her game, at least to this point in her career. I'd like to see her knife into the lane. That's what she's so good at. She physically and athletically can draw a foul and then get to the line. And I'd like to see her do that a little more often instead of settling for the threes. Of course, maybe for all I know, her coaches are saying, shoot the 3, Kenley. But I don't think they are.
3:17 to go in our second quarter. Here is the 1-and-1. Front end is good. Cuts it down to a 2-point game.
And that's good. The Lady Braves started off good from the line. They'd missed their last several. Right now they're 5 of 10 as a team. Let's see if she can hit another one.
Second attempt also good. Makes it a 1-point lead now, 17-16. South on top with 3:15 to go before halftime. Bison down the floor on the other end with Montgomery on the dribble, crossing over. Out on her defensively is Taya Johnson, who subbed into the game during the free throws. Gets rid of the basketball. Works it right side. Williams, angle drive shot, no, but a foul on the dribble drive.
That's a tough one. If Kenley can get to the point where she can take that contact and turn it into an offensive foul, it's there. There's a lot of contact there, but she's moving her feet as she does it, so she's called for the blocking foul, her second personal.
Free throw is good on the front end of 2. Makes it 18-16. And a timeout taken by Coach Erickson. We'll take it as well with Star Valley trailing by 2, 2:58 to go in the second on the SVI Sports Network.
Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious day at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
Hey, this is Corey Frome with the LCSD2 Education Foundation. If you're a high school alumni from our district, then the students of our district need your help. There are several ways to help out. If you have an idea that may benefit our students, please contact Deb Wolfley at 307-887-7537.
Hi, my name is Bill Tech. I'm the current mayor of the city of Kemmer. The biggest thing is the freedom that we have here, and I want to preserve that. We're all about camping, hunting, fishing, hiking, boating, all those outdoor things. Kemmer and Lincoln County are in my heart and always will be.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball. Live on SVI Media and Swift 98. All part of the SVI Sports Network.
After the Star Valley timeout, one more free throw to come for the Cheyenne South Bison. This game being played at Riverton Middle School. South with a 2-point lead. 18
on the SVI Sports Network. This is Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
This attempt no good. Rebounded underneath by Cameron Erickson. Keeps it down to a 2-point possession or 2-point lead, and then stolen on the half-court pass by South. They'll run it.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
That's going to put South back to the Riverside Dental free throw line, and 2 shots to come.
Yes. Okay, they're calling it on someone else. I would say Kenley sure took a big hit there. They're actually going to call the foul on number 12.
The SVI Sports Network returns now with more live coverage of Star Valley High School sports.
Is Gunn, and the first one is no good.
Giant South now 4 of 7 from the line. Gunn get one more attempt. Still looking for her first point of the afternoon.
Second attempt is
live coverage of local high school sports continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
2:44 to go. Ball stripped away and stolen by South. Work it down low on the quick break and missed the layup, but the shot put back off the offensive rebound.
Live coverage of Braves basketball continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Arrow's going to favor South.
Lady Braves are a little bit slow there to react to what was going on. And they need to step up their aggressiveness here in the next 2:34 because looks like South is going to push really hard here into the locker room.
Here's Duke Dance, Dal Erickson, and the SVI Sports crew with more live coverage of Braves basketball.
Play. Work around the perimeter, ball loose, picked up by Star Valley. Kenley has it on the run. Tries to drive in on the angle, puts up a floater and scores. Kenley Angle hard
to go back to the court with more live coverage of Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Good job by Kenley to recognize he had that. He got 4 points, 2 steals.
You're watching defense. Star Valley High School basketball and the SVI Sports Network.
Second quarter. Here's a 3 from South, no good. Rebound pulled in by Star Valley. They'll have the ball in a 1-point game, 19-18. Open 3 for Kenley. Another miss, but rebounded underneath. The putback is no good.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Down.
South
and live coverage of Star Valley basketball.
Bison will keep possession with 1:30 to go in the second. Feed down low, shot no good, missed by Gunn. Rebounded by Star Valley. Cameron Erickson will get it. And a quick foul on South is going to put Cameron on the other end.
Your leader in local coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Pushing a double-double here in this first half. She's got 8 points and 8 rebounds. Chance to get into double digits from the point column right now with a 1-1. She is 4 of 5 today so far from the line.
Minute 21 to go. Second quarter. Front end of the 1-1 for Cameron is no good.
That did not draw anything, so it's just a turnover.
It's going to give the ball to South. Star Valley will full court press in these last minute 20 seconds to go. Ball tipped on the inbound, loose, fight for it. Bodies hit the court.
Johnson
comes up with the loose ball, able to feed it to Hale, and she has the ball poked away from behind. Now South is on the run. And a little stutter step and a whistle on the perimeter. It's going to be a foul on the floor against Star Valley.
I did not see who they're calling that on, Duke. Do you? Oh, it's 23. Delancey Brogue.
Inbound play and then a reach over against Hale. Stops the clock, and that'll be the 7th team foul on Star Valley. So Hale tried to reach over the top to get a steal. She'll get called on the whistle. Minute 7 to go in the second quarter, and it's 19-18. And to the free throw line is Smith. Smith's free throw is good. makes it 20-18. And a 2-point game still. Second free throw is good, or no good, rebounded by Cameron. And a 2-point game. 1 minute left to go before halftime. And a throwaway by Star Valley. Hale tried to throw deep down the court, trying to connect with Dandridge and couldn't quite get it to Katie, and it's out of bounds. 55 seconds to go before halftime. Ball moving around the outside. South's going to hold the basketball. Now they try and make a move. Clock down to 43 seconds. Jab step now up top. Ball movement down to the low post, and there's going to be a travel call and a turnover. .33 seconds to go before halftime. Star Valley with the basketball after the travel call against South. Have it at the half court, trapped there. Feed it across the timeline, clock down to 22 seconds. The Lady Braves trailing by 2 points here with the ball. Here's a three from the corner, no good, too strong. Ricochet on the rebound, and South will have it. 13 seconds to work with. Across the timeline. Able to find it to Smith. Clock down to 7. Smith drives in post, has the ball taken away, and a foul with 5 seconds left to go in the half. And Smith is a little slow to get up. She will have free throws coming, but she's still on the court right now. South up by 2, and Smith is not feeling too good.
Well, she kind of got her legs tied up there and definitely hit the ground pretty hard, but you're so used to seeing these kids bounce back up. This time, not a bounce up. It's she's in some pain. Foul win against Cameron Erickson.
Smith is able to get up, but is still kind of bent over.
So now they're probably determining whether or not she can take the free throw. If not, they'll have someone else do it for her.
Clock is stopped with 5 seconds to go before halftime. And Smith's getting a little attention from the coaching staff. She's still got her hands on her knees.
She seems a little wobbly. And she's definitely in some pain. It almost seems like they're checking her back. Wonder if she has something that she deals with all the time with something like that.
They're gonna sit her back down. She's not feeling very good at all. So we'll take a injury timeout here. 5 seconds to go. Free throws coming, and we're wishing the best here for Cheyenne South. Smith back after this from Riverton Middle School on the SVI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
And Smith is able to get off the court. She did have some help favoring one of her legs. We'll see. Keep an eye on her. She's not even going to go to the bench. They're going to take her right back to the locker room.
So it's Brennan that's actually going to step up and shoot the free throws. And this is her first attempt of the night.
2-point lead in favor of South as Brennan takes the first, and it's good. She'll get one more and a 3-point lead for Cheyenne South. 5 seconds to go before halftime. Second attempt for Brennan from the Riverside Dental free throw line. Also good. Got them both. Filling in for the injured Smith. Now Star Valley has it with 3 seconds. Still in the backcourt. Here's Hale at the timeline. Clock down to 1, and they will not get the shot off. And that's your halftime score. Star Valley hanging with Cheyenne South, but down by 4. The Bison lead at 22-18. It's your Star Valley Health halftime show coming your way next, live from Riverton Middle School on the SVI Sports Network.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
We're always looking for things that make our farm more efficient.
The value that Smart Farm brings growers like Rick is the ability to be more efficient, to be cost effective, and also to be stewards of the land.
The Simplot Smart Farm program is split up into 4 segments: prepare, prescribe, grow, harvest.
Based off of our first year work with him, our yield goals were higher than they've ever been on those fields, around 10 to 15% higher.
We were very happy with what Simplot does for us.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
Our new Star Valley Health Alpine Clinic is open and ready to meet all of your family needs. From wellness checkup to cold or flu, to sports injuries and urgent care. Our orthopedist can help you restore mobility and eliminate pain. And our experienced cardiologist can care for your heart. When you need quality health care, we're here to serve you and your family in Alpine. We'll help you feel your best, close to home.
Halftime coverage is made possible by Star Valley Health, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. Visit starvalleyhealth.org.
From Riverton Middle School, it is the Star Valley Health halftime show for Lady Braves basketball. And they're in a battle with Cheyenne South. Currently South with the 4-point advantage. 22-18 is your halftime score presented by Star Valley Health. Now Lady Braves jumped out to a 5-0 lead there at the beginning of the game, but South battled back to tie it up. We've had several ties in this one. Right now Lady Braves down by 4 currently.
Well, and right now I think that it really comes down to hitting some timely outside shots right now for the Bison. They've been able to do that. Star Valley hasn't. Star Valley also started off really good from the free throw line, went on a bit of a drought there and then hit their last couple, but if they could kind of recapture how they started this game, I think they'd be in good shape. But, you know, Cheyenne South's going to have something to say about that.
Right.
So we'll see how it goes. Also, Cheyenne South, I would be shocked if we see Smith back in the lineup. She went down with an injury right there, got her legs tangled up and was unable to continue, and Brennan hit her 2 free throws, so we'll have to monitor that as well.
She was having a big game, especially on the defensive side. It's all part of your Star Valley Health halftime show. Let's dig into the score by the numbers with your Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet 1 halftime battle stats.
Looking at the numbers first for Cheyenne South, as you mentioned, Duke, 22 points. Most of that damage coming from beyond the arc, 4 of 8 in that first half for the Bison. And then another 8 points coming from the free throw line. I've got them with only 1 2-point basket, and they lead by 4. You don't always see that, but that's how it's going right now. And Van Tassel, Kay Van Tassel, sorry, all we have is first initials here. She did a really nice job in that first half pacing the Bison. She had 11 points, 4 rebounds. I've got her with 2 steals, 3 of 4 from the line, and 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Other scoring for the Bison, 4 points for Williams, 3 for Ward, 2 for Brennan right there before the half. Gunn has 1, Smith with 1. Rebounding-wise, Smith had 4 as well. She also had 2 assists, so they'll miss that if she's unable to continue. Steals, Cheyenne South with 7 steals, 3 assists in that first half, and 8 for 12 from the free throw line. The Lady Braves got 8 points and 9 rebounds from Cameron Erickson, so well on her way to a double-double. In fact, she might be flirting with one of those 20-20 kind of games as she can put another half together like she just did. 4 points for Kenley Engelhardt, 4 points for Sheridan Coles, 2 points for Maddie Hale. But the thing that just jumps off my stat sheet, Duke, the Lady Braves 0 for 12 from the 3-point line. That is a lot of shots to come away with no points from that. And to say you're only down 4, I guess that's one positive way to look at it. They've done that with some extra rebounding. They've got a 4-rebound edge on Cheyenne South in that first half. 7 steals, 3 assists, and 6 of 12 from the line. And that's a look at your halftime stats here at the break.
Presented by Battleson Brothers Flooring. Carpet One. Quality, price, service. That's Battleson Brothers Flooring. 4:45 to go on our Star Valley Health halftime coverage. How about some trivia today, Dal? Of course, presented with the help of Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, and a couples combo on the line for whoever may answer the trivia question correctly today.
And hey, who wouldn't want one of those on a weekend to go to the movies, right? Okay, your question is, and I kept this pretty easy for you, who led the Lady Braves in scoring last season? You can use our text-in number, 307-203-4637, and the first person to get that correct answer to us will win themselves that couples combo. If you want a little extra, you tell us how many points she averaged if you want to show off a little, but otherwise, just the name.
203-4637. First correct answer wins with our halftime trivia. Star Valley Lady Braves trailing against Cheyenne South at the half, 22-18, presented by Star Valley Health on the SVI Sports Network.
Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horseshoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Of miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, western shirt.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial and parking lots, done with great service. Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health presenting our halftime coverage today. Of course, you can find them online at starvalleyhealth.org, supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving their best health. That is Star Valley Health. Duke and Dow with you. And 22-18, Star Valley out of the locker room, trailing by 4. Now let's see how the Lady Braves have fared with the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, number one, the key, I thought they need to get to 40. So, you know, they're at least in the ballpark of doing that. Obviously, a little shy of the half of 40 that they need. No double-digit runs. I think they did a good job with that in the first half. Cheyenne South did go on a little bit of I think they got a 4-point run or 5-point run, and they were able to put a stop to that. But 75% from the free throw line, still work to do there. Lady Braves 6 of 12 in that first half, so that's 50%. And at least 3-pointers. That's the glaring omission right now. Lady Braves 0 for 12 from beyond the arc. So yeah, if a couple of those could fall, that would seriously change the dynamic of this game. But right now, still plenty of work to do on the Rocky Mountain Yeti keys to the game.
Find Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton at RockyMountainYeti.group. Almost done with our Star Valley Health halftime show, but now we do have a winner to your trivia question today here at the half.
That's right. We do. We're asking who was the leading scorer for the Lady Braves last year, and it was Kenley Engelhardt. She averaged 6.3 points per game last year, and she's got 4 points in this first half. So she led if you answered first, you won yourself a couples combo from Skyview Lanes.
And we do have a winner. Someone did correctly guess Kenley Engelhardt. I am not showing their number for some reason, so I'll just say the initials. Well, we'll just make up a name for him. Let's call him Alan, I don't know, Simpson.
Or just A. Simpson.
A. Simpson. Maybe Alan S. I don't know if he's eligible. He's announced for us in the past, so.
Just soccer, though. I would say he's good. I'm surprised he's even paying attention. There is the World Cup going on.
That's right. Alan will get your prize to you later on. You can swing by SB and pick it up. That will do it for the Star Valley Health Halftime Show. Lady Braves with the basketball to open up our second half of play at Riverton Middle School. 22-18, South with the lead. Lady Braves with the ball. Quick three on the left side. Another miss from outside. No good, but the ball almost ripped away by Sheridan Coles, but she'll get a quick foul. It's going to stay with South, and they'll inbound to the deep in the backcourt.
Coles now with 3 fouls in this game, and she'll have to be a little mindful here in this quarter.
7:40 still to play in the third. First possession of the half for South. Van Tassel has the ball stolen away on her pass by Hale. Maddie across the half-court line. She's bumped, no foul. Bounces over to Cameron Erickson. Front court, top of the key, now left side. Shot fake, now dribble drive. Jumper on the baseline, no good from Kenley Engelhardt. Backside rebound by South. The Bison now in the front court on the other end, again without Smith, who left the game in the second quarter with an injury. Ward on the left side for Cheyenne. Trying to feed inside, but an easy steal by Kenley. That was right to her.
Her third of the game. That might be the easiest one she gets all season.
Then she throws it away on the other end. South with it. Then a volleyball block at half court, but back into the hands of South. Still with the ball is Brennan. Now they'll slow down the tempo in the front court. 6:53 to play in the third. Feed down low, jumper behind the rim off the baseline, out of bounds. Actually went behind the backboard and out of bounds, so it's going to be Star Valley basketball inbounding baseline.
Both these teams are going to have to be really careful. They're going to call the Fremont County Sheriffs down here. They are both just stealing each other blind.
Here's Engelhardt across the half-court line. Defender on her back, able to get it away to Hale. Maddie picks up the dribble, hands it off to Kenley, who scores just inside the post to make it 22-20. Had to kind of contort herself around, but dropped it in.
Cameron now into double digits, 10 points now to go with 9 rebounds.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Maddie. It's going to stay with South in the front court. 2-point game.
And a timeout here on the court. Looks like South took this one.
We'll take the timeout as well. Lady Braves trail 22-20 on the SVI Sports Network.
Assist to Sell. Find out how you can save thousands selling your home. Visit assisttosell.com and find a full-service agent in your area. We love to save your money.
Assist to Sell, full service with savings, 886-4990.
You're watching Star Valley High School basketball on the SVI Sports Network.
Coming out of the South timeout. And it's going to be Cheyenne South basketball. Look who's back in the game now. Number 14, Smith, who left with the injury.
Well, that's excellent because it did not, I'll be honest, it didn't look very good when she went to the locker room. So she looks pretty spry right now, though, so glad to see that.
Seems to be moving okay. Does have a brace on her knee or some sort of wrap this time. Ball stolen away by Cameron Erickson. Feeds it to Engelhardt on the run. Kenley can't get to the rim. Has to retreat back outside. Cross-court pass left over to Sheridan Coles. She'll have a few left-hand dribbles in, dumps down, but the ball tipped away and loose, picked up by Hale. Lady Braves have it. Now Cameron behind the defense to tie up the game.
That was a really nice job of Maddie Hale recognizing, I can take this outside jumper or I can feed it down low and Cameron get a layup. That was a nice assist for Maddie Hale.
Star Valley opens up the second half on a 4-0 run. 22-all now on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard, and a foul by the back official. That's going to be against Star Valley to stop the clock at 5:53 to play in the second.
I believe that is on Maddie Hale. It is, and that is her second. And the second team foul is we're tied up at 22.
Inbound top of the key, able to find Smith. She'll drive, pull up the jumper on the post. Ball tipped outside, rebounded. Now back inside to Smith. Shot no good, missed them both. This time Star Valley gets the rebound. Pulled in by Brogue. Lady Brave basketball quickly down the floor to Coles. She'll hold it, dribble, pick it back up. Hale down the barrel for three, bumped and fouled. And a 3-point Riverside Dental trip to the attempt trip to the free throw line from Riverside Dental.
Williams going to be whistled for that one, and she's pretty disgusted with herself and the situation. Hey, if she makes all three of them, I'm going to count this as a 3-point made. But Lady Braves need to capitalize on some of those. First one's good.
2 more to go. 5:32 in the second.
Maddie now 3 points, 2 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. That one well short, just only barely hits the twine.
She'll get one more. Lady Braves up by 1 right now after the first free throw dropped.
Yeah, on a 5-0 run here to start the quarter.
Second attempt for Maddie, bouncing on the rim, but no good. It will drop out. Rebounded by Brennan. South basketball, but Lady Braves now up by 1, 23-22 with 5:23 to play in the second. Ball tipped out of bounds by Kenley. It's going to stay with South in the front court.
She gets a lot of atta-girls there from Coach Erickson and the staff. She's starting to dial in defensively here on the perimeter is Kenley Engelhardt.
South looks to inbound front court. Not a good pass and taken away by Coles. She'll come across the half-court line, tip it over to the right side to Hale, back to Cole, takes the right side wing three. There's one! A Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton triple, first of the game for the Braves.
It's an early Christmas miracle.
It swished the net, and the largest lead, well, not largest lead of the game, but now up by 4 are the Lady Braves, 26-22. They led by 5 at the beginning of the game.
Interestingly enough, Duke, that is the first 3-point attempt from Sheridan Cole, so maybe she's the one that needed to shoot him.
Tough defense in the front court. Let them play through it. And South throws it away. Bad pass. Loose on the court. Picked up by Star Valley. Good job tracking it down by Brogue. And it's Lady Braves basketball. 4:37 to play in the second. Lady Braves up by 4 with possession. Fake the 3. Pass right. Another triple away. Off the back iron. No good. Rebounded again by South. Now they go a full court pass, and great hustle by Cameron Erickson getting all the way down the court and forcing the ball outside.
Well, especially since she's the one that took the 3 on this other end. So she recovered from the miss, gets all the way down the court, and gets Cheyenne South to not get a basket.
30-second timeout by South. Back after this on SBI Sports.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battles & Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battles & Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battles & Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battles & Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battles & Brothers Flooring.
Your leader in local coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
South takes the timeout after Star Valley's opened up this half on a run, an 8-0 run to be exact. It was 22-18 at half, and now it's 26-22. Lady Braves on top.
And I really feel like defensively they've been able to get some tips. Even that last steal from Coles was kind of set up by Engelhardt, making it difficult for the inbounds pass. And Cameron Erickson has been mighty tough down low as she still needs one more rebound for a double-double.
26-22, 4:23 to play in the third. South will have the basketball, inbounding baseline. They'll toss up top to Smith. And Smith, who left the game, came back with a knee wrap, and now the knee wrap is gone. So
she looks. There's called 5-second defensive penalty there. Sheridan Coles gets the atta-girl.
So it's a turnover, and Star Valley has the ball.
I wish I healed that quick.
Right. Here's Kenley, runner in the lane, off the mark left side, rebounded by Smith, and she's fouled. Has to fight off the defense. Stops the clock at 4:04, but Star Valley's defense has held South scoreless through the first half of the third quarter.
Tell you what, though, South is really, they got to be happy Smith's back in. She's actually leading them in rebounds now. She has 6. Some subs here as Bailey Erickson comes out. And Sheridan Coles comes in along with Engelhart. And number 15 is on the court. That's Cambry Johnson.
Montgomery being harassed by Kenley Engelhart in the backcourt. And Kenley knocks the ball out of her hands twice, the second time out of bounds. 3:55 to go in the third. Lady Braves still up 26-22 against the Cheyenne South Bison at Riverton Middle School.
As you mentioned, it's an 8-0 run.
Inbound play to Gunn. Back to Smith. Works it to the right side in Brennan. Chab steps on the wing. Clock down to 3:44. Here's a three down the barrel off the top of the square and in. That ends the run and makes it a 1-point game.
Tell you what, the Bison have hit 5 3-pointers in this game, Duke, and 2 of them have been bank shots.
Here's Cameron Erickson dribbling under the rim. Has to scoop it up behind her, but travels before the shot. And that will turn it over. South basketball in a 1-point game.
So, yeah, that three-pointer stopped an 8-0 run for the Lady Braves, and who got to be thinking, how come they can bank them in?
Star Valley goes full court press, and Kenley again will knock it out of bounds on the inbound play.
I think she has really started to clamp down defensively.
Inbound this time from the side. Go to the half-court line on the run is Van Tassel. Good pass behind her to Brennan. Tries to put up a tough shot, no good. Airballed it into the hands of Engelhart. She's going to try and dribble away from the pressure and does across the half-court line. Kenley goes left side to Coles. Stutter steps, now inside, back outside. Here's Sheridan, and that's actually Engelhart. Long jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, picked up by Brennan. South basketball with 3:05 to play in the third period.
There's been some slips on this court. I don't know if it's maybe dusty but we've seen both teams kind of slip and slide a little bit.
Here's Van Tassel, gets into the paint, dumps it off to the baseline. Jumper from 10 away, no good. Long rebound pulled in, but a foul against South is going to give the ball back to Star Valley as Engelhart got knocked out of bounds.
And that's why you like volleyball players on your basketball team. They know how to hit the ground face first and slide and not come up in the emergency room. Kenley Engelhart doing it there.
2:51 to play in our third quarter. Still a 1-point lead in favor of Star Valley over South, 26-25 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard.
Taya Johnson in the backcourt along with Maddie Hale now.
Hale works it to the right side, bounces the ball down low, and double teamed and taken away.
Cambry Johnson, number 15, coming in, making things difficult. And is it? Oh, okay, I thought they were calling a turnover. It's going to be what is going on here, Duke?
It's going to be South basketball.
All right, I mistake what was going on there.
2:38 to play in the third. Bison with possession, down by 1 against the Lady Braves. Brogue playing defense at the half court.
They call the foul on Olenslager, first personal 14 foul.
Van Tassel for the Bison. Have it on the right side. Ball tipped, knocked loose, fight for it, and a jump ball call. Ball was tipped by Olenslager, and then Taya Johnson went down to tie it up.
It'll stay Bison ball, but good hustle there from Taya to get her hands in there and flip the arrow at least.
Stops the clock at 2:20 to play in her third. Still 26-25, Star Valley up.
Official's going to come check it out. Thought they were anyway. Maybe they got something on the court here. They're trying to wipe it off. It could be blood.
Looks like we got a bloody nose from Van Tassel.
Yeah, Van Tassel going to come off as she's attended to there, and of course they have to be mindful of all the biological stuff, and they use their disinfectant and they wipe it up, and they'll take care of that here with 2:20 to go in the third.
2 team fouls on South, 4 team fouls on Star Valley. Lady Braves up by that 1-point lead, 26-25.
And somewhere all the wrestling fans are like, they got rid of that in the first 30 seconds of our match.
Right.
That's probably that might be the only time they use it here. I don't know. I hope so.
South down by 1, inbounding in the front court.
It's double duty for the guy running the books. He had to come out and spray and everything.
Williams inbounds. Front court to Smith. She's picked up by the defense, finds Ward, drives, tough shot below the free throw line, bounces on the rim, but no good, and rebounded by Johnson. Cambry takes a dribble herself across the timeline, works it to the right side. Brogue now a 3, no good. Switched the net, but just the bottom of it and out of bounds.
Defensively, though, the Lady Braves over this last 6 minutes have done phenomenal, Duke. They've only given up 1 basket, and that was a bank shot.
South down the floor. Stutter step move, drive on the angle, no good, but contact and a foul. That's going to put South's Williams to the Riverside Dental free throw line. She'll have 2 shots in a 1-point game.
Going to get Cambry Johnson for this one. First personal, that's the 15th foul on the Lady Braves with 1:56 to go in the third. Only 2 on the Bison to this point.
First free throw is good to tie it up 26-all with 1:56 to go in the third.
Williams now 2 of 3 from the line. She got 8 points.
Cambry Johnson subs out. Sheridan Coles will sub in. Second free throw off the mark, no good. Fight for the rebound, saved, but into the hands of Star Valley. Lady Braves basketball with Hale on the dribble in the backcourt. Crosses over to cross the timeline. Works it to the front court, pass to the right side. Coles goes down to Cameron, back outside and around the top of the arc. Now Hale works it left side to Johnson. Taya one dribble pass up top with the clock ticking down to 1:33. Star Valley working the outside, find Cameron in the corner, now down low, under the rim, has to give it back out. Jumper from mid-range is good from Sheridan Coles to retake the lead.
It's a nice job. They're getting some breathers here. Owen Slogger's on the court along with Taya Johnson, and they get a basket from Coles. That's what they needed.
Foul in the front court on the other end. They'll give that one to Maddie Hale. Stops the clock at 1:17 to play in the third. That's the 16th foul as well on Star Valley, so bonus with still 1:17 to go in the third here.
It's kind of flipped from what we saw in the first half, too. South got in the foul trouble early on, and only 2 of them in this half so far.
Hale tips the ball out of bounds off the pass. That will force South to inbound again with the clock ticking down to 1:08 to play in our third quarter. Inbound up top to Smith. Defense out her on the perimeter. Works it to the left side to Montgomery. She has the ball off of her foot, but picked up by Brennan. Works it to the right side corner. Williams for 3. Rimmed no good. Gets her own rebound. Puts in the lean in off the glass and in. That was above the square. And Williams to the Riverside Dental free throw line for the and one.
Well, and that was done off of an offensive rebound off her own shot. Lady Braves have got to be a little more physical on that and not allow the shooter to get her own basket, her own shot like that.
28-28 after the shot is good. Make it 29-28. The free throw's in to convert the three-point play. 48 seconds to go in the third period. Lady Braves now down by 1. They've led by as much as 4 in the half. They trailed by 4 at halftime. 17 fouls on Star Valley as they have the basketball working around the outside. Clock down to 30 seconds. To the left is Olenslager. Picks it up. Nice feed into the paint. Back outside, now left wing. Johnson, no shot. Olenslager, clock down to 23. Maddie Hill will step back, reset the offense. Clock hits 20. Deep 3 from Coles. Hit the inside rim several times, but no good. Rebounded, though, underneath with 15 seconds, and then stolen away by South. The steal from Montgomery. South is on the run and fouled in the front court to stop the clock at 9 seconds. And free throws coming with a 1-point lead to favor the Bison.
And South feeding off this momentum that they've been able to build the last couple of times up the court. And Smith to the line where she's 1 of 2. More importantly, she's been out on the court. 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. She left, went to the locker room. We weren't sure if we were going to see her again, and she's played the majority of this quarter.
She'll have 1 and 1 here. Williams will. First free throw off the mark left side. Rebounded by Erickson. She's fouled. And so with 7 seconds, now Cameron Erickson will, oh no, she won't get shots because that's only the third.
Yeah, it's only the third team foul.
But Star Valley will have it with 7 seconds in the full court in front of them. 1-point game between Star Valley and Cheyenne South. Here's Engelhardt at the half court. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Engelhardt will charge. Put her shoulder down and tried to drive in. And the defender was Williams, who went flying out of bounds, or Smith rather, went flying out of bounds, and that's going to be an offensive charge.
Third personal on Kenley. I like what she was doing. Hope that doesn't chase her away from doing that in the future.
South will not get a shot off with just 2 seconds remaining, and so we head into the fourth. South still up by just by 1, 29-28 on the SVI Sports Network.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
We are Western Wyoming's leader in live coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Start of the fourth quarter. Lady Braves down by 1 against Cheyenne South at Riverton Middle School. Third game of the season in this opening weekend tournament. 8 minutes to go. Star Valley with the ball. Engelhardt, quick dribble to the left side post. Nice bounce pass down low. Shot up and missed in the paint. But a good feed, good look, and that's going to send Brogue to the Riverside Dental free throw line for 2 attempts.
That was a really quick push up there to get it to Brogue, and Delancey with a chance for a three-point play just couldn't get it to go down.
Happened 6 seconds into this quarter as the free throw is front rimmed and no good. Remains a 1-point advantage for South, 29-28.
Lady Braves not doing themselves any favors from the free throw line, 7 of 16.
Delancey's second attempt looks better, but doesn't get the roll. Bounces around, ball loose on the rebound, still fighting for it, and Star Valley comes out with it. Extra possession for the Braves. Here's a 3-ball from Brogue, no good. Cameron gets the rebound and then is tied up. A jump ball call, and the arrow will favor South. Lady Braves come up empty. They still trail by 1, 7:43 to go in the game.
Had several opportunities there with free throws and the extra shot. Just couldn't get anything to go through the cylinder.
29-28 in favor of the Bison. Pass behind Smith. She tracks it down. Front court. Works it to the right side. Ball tipped by Kenley. Loose ball. Kenley has it on the run. One-on-one on the other end. Layup is good.
Wow.
That's still in a bucket to retake the lead. Kelly Engelhardt makes it 30-29.
And she's tipped that to herself. It doesn't get any better than that. That was really well done.
7:10 to play, fourth quarter. Ball loose, picked up by South. Dribble drive from Van Tassel, stolen away by Cameron Erickson. Ball poked away from her, but into the hands of into the hands of Coles. She goes rim to rim and is fouled. That's going to put her to the Riverside Dental free throw line. Sheridan Coles will take 2 shots.
Nice aggressive move to the basket from Sheridan. She's got 9 points in this game. Chance to get into double digits here. That foul went against Smith, her second.
Free throw is left short, though. Remains a 1-point lead. 30-29 are on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard.
But Cole's now 0 for 3 from the line. She's going to hit this one. She's got the pink and blue shoes on. This one's going in.
And it does. Got the friendly bounce.
Just need a little positive energy in the gym.
Called it.
She's got 10 points now, and it's a 2-point Lady Braves lead.
6:55 to go in our final quarter. Front court. Van Tassel has the ball poked away by Engelhardt, and then a timeout taken by South. We'll take the timeout as well back in 60 with the Lady Braves up by 2 on the SVI Sports Network.
Are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today.
Your leader in local coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Coming out of the Cheyenne South timeout, Lady Braves up by 2, 6:46 to go in the game, 31-29.
No one wants the ball.
Cheyenne will finally be convinced to inbound.
Fine, we'll inbound it.
Throwing it in is going to be Williams. Throws back court to Van Tassel.
Engelhardt has done a terrific job on Van Tassel in this second half.
Front court defense, ball poked away but foul. They're going to get Bailey Erickson on the reach across the body. That's going to be the 10th team foul on the Lady Braves. So 2 shots for the remaining 6 minutes and 37 seconds.
The Bison, 10 of 16 from the line, so shooting pretty good there. Williams is 3 of 5. She'll get 2 of them here.
First free throw is good, despite the efforts of a young Johnson from the stands. Cheering loud. 31-30, it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, be careful doing that. You'll wake up the South crowd, too.
That's right. Second free throw is good, and it's tied at 31. I love it, though. I love it,
too. Williams with 13 points.
And quickly down the floor is Kenley, and she is going to get the block call. She went right to the rim as fast as she could. Both players hit the deck, and Kenley to the free throw line.
You know, and I'm going to point out Mr. Quinney was on my show this morning. He talked about somebody who's 10 rows up might have a better angle. This was one of those situations. Kenley had lost the ball before that block took place, but the Lady Braves are going to be the beneficiaries of getting the block called this time.
They are going to say it was on the floor, not the shot. So it's going to be no free throws.
There was no shot. She lost the ball.
Coles will inbound to the outside. Works it to Engelhardt. Now Erickson, that's Bailey Erickson, has the ball tipped away but picked up by Engelhardt, and now she's fouled, and this time there will be free throws.
Yes.
17th foul on South, and so 1 and 1 from the Riverside Dental free throw line. Kenley to take the shots.
Sequist just about came in with the steal as she reaches through, but then on the second effort, she gets a little too much body, and Engelhardt to the line. Kenley 2 for 2 so far tonight.
First one away, too strong, back rimmed it, no good. Ball tipped around loose, and Kenley saves it off the feet of a South player, back out of bounds, and Engelhardt gives the ball right back to Star Valley on the hustle play.
Still tied up at 31 here.
6:19 to go in the fourth. Lady Braves on the baseline, inbound, tipped out of bounds by South. Montgomery got her hand on it. Now the Lady Braves inbound from the side.
Yeah, Montgomery has 3 steals in this game, very nearly had her 4th.
Coles will toss this one in. Front court side. Finds Engelhardt in the front court, right in front of the half court line. Defense is out on her on the perimeter with 6:08 to play in the game. Tied at 31. South on defense. Coles thought about a 3, but it's dead. A beautiful pass inside to Kenley Engelhardt, who cut in from the angle, and it's 33-31 Star Valley.
Absolutely beautiful pass from Sheridan Coles. Engelhardt knifing in and gets the layup.
Smith on the outside now for Cheyenne South. She's picked up by Coles on the defense. Has to get rid of the basketball to Van Tassel. Out on her is Bailey Erickson. Can't get to the rim. Kicked it back outside again. Smith drives, shot on the post, no good. Rebounded by Sheridan Coles. She goes out in front and too far out in front to Cameron Erickson. Behind her in a throwaway, and it's going to be South basketball.
Way too many of those today, Duke. If the ladies could work on that and eliminate some of those, especially in this situation where you have a little lead and possession, instead you work so hard defensively and you give it right back.
5 minutes, 23 seconds to go in our fourth quarter. Lady Braves back on defense, still with that 2-point lead, 33-31. Van Tassel on the outside for the South Bison. Pivoting, running out of time, just got it away to Ward. And quickly back to Van Tassel. Clock is nearing 5 minutes to go in the game. And Tassel passes to the post. Brennan turns, hooks, too strong, no good, but a backside rebound by South. Dribble out, pass out rather, Montgomery has it. Extra possession for the Bison. Off the offensive rebound, Van Tassel in the front court. 4:48 to play in the game. Van Tassel passes to the free throw line. Montgomery will travel. Took an extra step on the hesitation and turns it over.
Sheridan Coles is delighted. It's like, I was working hard and I was hoping for that. She got what she was looking for.
Nailed it. 4:45 to go in the game. That turnover gives Star Valley back the basketball with a 2-point lead. Cameron, basketball back behind her to Kenley. Engelhardt drives now back to Hale. Maddie will one dribble pass. Works to Brogue. She feeds it right side to Engelhardt. Back inside to Hale. No dribble shot on the post is good. Beautiful ball movement. Hale coming down the post. 2 for her, and it's a 4-point lead.
Another assist from Engelhardt. I'll tell you what, Maddie has gotten really good at that kind of over-the-shoulder tough bank shot. Both of her baskets have been like that tonight. She's got 5.
4:10 to play, and now a loose ball scrum. Ball's flicked up off the top of the backboard by Smith, but down and into the hands of Star Valley. Halfway through the 4th, Lady Braves with a 2-possession lead and the basketball.
Doing a much better job this time of bringing the ball up the court and being a little more focusing on. Never mind.
That time they throw it away, though. Hale had position, but Cameron had the pass just a little too high, and it sails out of bounds.
That was a better possession. Still a turnover, though. I'd like to just. Coaches, there's a reason why so many of them have gray or no hair at all. It's all these dang kids.
That's right.
But they love them. They love your kids.
South basketball, 3:40 to play in the game. It's a 4-point advantage for Star Valley. Back on defense. South works at the outside. Ward on the perimeter. Picks up her dribble. Sheridan all over her. Ball's tipped by Cameron on the pass into the hands of Coles. She'll have it on the run. Goes to Cameron, and they score in transition. Cameron to Coles. Coles to Cameron. 2 points and the largest lead of the game at 6.
Boy, that was pretty.
3:14 to go. Here's a blocked 3 into the hands of Star Valley. Ricochets to Bailey Erickson. Out in front to Engelhardt. Alone and a score. Lady Braves go on a run and they lead by 8 and a timeout taken by South. 3:01 to go in the game. It's 39 for Star Valley, 31 for South on the SBI Sports Network.
Corey and the staff at Miles CPA would like to say thank you to the community of Star Valley for the wonderful support provided over the last 16 years.
Go Braves!
This broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any use without prior written permission is prohibited.
Back after the Cheyenne South timeout. Big run for Star Valley. Dallin, it's the typical defense to offense for the Lady Braves. Now they're up by 8.
But just really good teamwork and assists. I think they had 3 assists in the last 4 minutes. They got 11 in the game. That's a great stat for this Lady Braves team.
Largest lead of the game for either team, 39-31 with 2:54 to go in the game. Star Valley on defense with the lead. Dribble drive on the baseline, triple team, ball tipped out of bounds off of Cameron Erickson, going to stay with South.
I like how patient the Lady Braves have been defensively too. They're playing tough D, but they've stopped reaching as much.
Inbound play to the elbow. Tries to drive. Defense won't let him. Now pull up jumper. No good. Ball tipped from behind. That's going to be a foul on Smith of Cheyenne South. And that will put Star Valley on the Riverside Dental free throw line for 1-1.
I've got that as her 3rd. And the 8th team foul on Cheyenne South. 2:41 to go. Yeah, it's Smith's 3rd. Montgomery will come in. And I liked what I've seen of Montgomery. So the South team's got some pieces for sure. To the line here to shoot 1-1, though, as you mentioned, Bailey Erickson. Bailey has yet to score tonight. She can fix that right now.
The front end of the 1-1 is good. Swished it. Lead now goes to 9, 40-31 with one more free throw to come.
Good timing to hit a free throw. Lady Braves had been pretty rough from the charity stripe this half.
Second free throw bounces and rolls out, but a rebound by Cole. She goes up and is fouled. Sheridan back to the Riverside Dental free throw line. She'll have 2 attempts.
Sheridan has had quite a second half. the first half was more her scoring. The second half, she's facilitated her teammates, gotten several offensive rebounds, several steals, and a chance here to improve her free throw percentage. She's 1 of 4 tonight. She'll get 2 of them here.
Chance to give Star Valley or either team the first double-digit lead of the game late in the fourth. And bounces off the rim, no good. She will get one more on this one. Clock is still sitting at 2 minutes, 38 seconds to go.
Second offering is good.
10-point lead for the Lady Braves, up 41-31 against the South Bison. Cheyenne South will come across the half-court line. Clock ticks down to 2:30 to go. Dribble drive take from the angle, ball loose, out of bounds, untouched. No, they will say it was touched by Star Valley. It's going to stay with South. Bison will inbound on their own baseline. Van Tassel will toss it in. Goes deep up top, tipped by Engelhardt into the front court. She'll take it to the rim herself. Missed the layup though, and the rebound comes down to Cheyenne South. Now they have a fast break. Gun to the rim on the other end, no good. And they wave it off. They say she traveled. Ball back to Star Valley. Remains 41-31, Braves, 2:18 to go.
Some full court pressure here.
Across the timeline is Bailey Erickson. No rush to the rim with a 10-point lead, 2:10 to go. Now they'll step back and set up the half-court offense. Work it to Coles. She drives into the lane. Nice step, shot no, but a foul.
Tell you what, for as little varsity as Sheridan played last year to go into how much she's playing here, she has made some great strides since last season.
Sheridan, one of our former camera ops
Yep.
for SVI, and we
really claim her.
Really did a great job until Coach Erickson kiped her from us, and we still haven't forgiven him for
honestly, some of the skills she learned from us is why she's doing
absolutely.
so well.
It was the X's and O's we taught her on the road trips.
All footwork with the camera crew.
That's right. And the free throw is no good. We missed that lesson. 2:03 to go, and one more free throw to come from
her dad
Coles.
is responsible for the free throws here, though.
Is that where it lies? The driveway, right?
I'm just kidding.
One more to come for Sheridan. That one's also no good. Rebounded though by Cameron underneath. Scoops it up and a little too strong on the reverse hook. Under 2 minutes to go.
Cameron may be trying to get to the free throw line herself.
And that should be a double dribble and is. Turns it over. Van Tassel picked it up, put it back down.
You know, Cheyenne South had that little run at the end of the third quarter to make things close, but even the shots they were making were difficult, and so you just tip your hat. The Lady Braves defensively, they've not panicked. They've just continued to be very difficult to score against.
Time ticking away for the South Bison. Great pass down to Coles, who scores with the foul. She gets behind the defense and will now high-five her teammates to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Beautiful assist again. Maddie Hale now with 12 assists in the game on my stat sheet for this girls team. Coles now with 13 points, a chance to tie Cameron Erickson for the team high of 14 here.
Free throw is good to make it a three-point play. 44-31, another steal by Star Valley. The pass right to Engelhardt. She goes right side to Hale, bounces to Cameron. Shot no good, was deflected, no call, and South on the rebound. But the Lady Braves up by 13 points here late. Ball poked away by Engelhardt in the backcourt. Picked back up, Engelhardt there to tie it up, and it should be a jump ball call, and is.
Wow. She has just dialed it up. She's got 6. In fact, you know me over the years. I give a steal for that. So I've got Kenley now with 7 steals in this game to go with 10 points. And if she can give you that is outstanding.
Inbound play to Star Valley with 1:15 to go. Coles drives the post, shot no good, but she is fouled. And Sheridan goes back to the Riverside Dental free throw line. And what an end in this fourth quarter for Star Valley. It was neck and neck the whole game until about 5 minutes left in the game, and Star Valley just pulled away.
Gunn just fouled out, and she knew that was on her, so she just walks over to the bench. 1 point, 2 rebounds for her. Free throw is no good. I want to say I'm kidding about the free throws. She is 3 of 10 right now, but she's better than that. She'll get the average up over the course of the season.
Second attempt is good. And it's a 14-point Lady Braves lead with just 1:10 left to go in this one. And Star Valley has slammed the door on the South Bison here in this fourth quarter. Screen up top. South wants to drive. Van Tassel puts the ball on her hip to the rim, but no good. And a rebound for Star Valley, and over the back call against South.
Well, you look at just seriously the defensive job that Kenley has done on the guards, and in particular Van Tassel. She had 11 points in the early part of the second quarter. She hasn't scored since, and that's not to pick on her. I'm just saying that the Star Valley defense has made it very much more difficult for her to get the shots she was getting in the first quarter.
That foul will stop the clock at 59 seconds to go. The foul was Bailey Erickson who got fouled. She came up...
it's number 3 on Van Tassel.
Came up a little wincy after the foul. It was over the back call, but she'll go to the line and take the first shot, no good.
Bailey now 1 of 3 from the line. She has 1 point tonight, 3 rebounds, a steal, and an assist.
Second shot, no good again. Ball ricochets out of bounds off of South. Last touch by Garcia, and Star Valley will keep it. You know, Dal, when you go back to last year, Star Valley's defense was good all season long. The offense struggled. And now we're looking at back-to-back games with 40-plus points for Star Valley Lady Braves. And they shot really bad from the 3 and from the line today. So
yeah, really bad.
Here's a long 2.
Good
with the foul.
It's an and 1 on a 4-point attempt.
They do say it was a 3.
It was. Maddie Hale well behind.
I don't know. I think they only put up 2 there. I think her feet were on the line.
Man.
Her feet were on the line when it left.
I sure thought it was a 3.
So, yeah, just a 2. 47-31. But still a chance at a 3-point play for Hale. No good.
So, yeah, you talk about...
Hale is still on the after the miss. Star Valley still with it. 40 seconds. Feed to Cameron. And we'll just come back out. Lady Braves up by 16 here late in the game. They have really just done a great job here in the fourth, extending the lead still. And then it's taken back by Engelhardt. Feed down to Cole. Shot fake up and good off the square. 23 seconds to go in the game. 18-point lead now for Star Valley.
Sheridan Coles with 17 points.
Ball moving inside, and there's going to be a foul on Star Valley as South tried to drive in. Montgomery took it in the lane. She hits the deck and stops the clock at 11 seconds.
Looks like they're going to get Bailey Erickson for that one. And that's her 5th. I'll be honest, it's been kind of hard to keep track of the fouls. Personal, where we're sitting here, we're opposite of the scores table, and the scoreboards are just kind of obscured. We just can't see them real well.
First free throw attempt is no good. Delancey Brogue comes in. And it's still 49-31 with 11 seconds to go. Late fourth quarter, second free throw in. That's the first point in a long time for South. Makes it 49-32. Engelhardt in the backcourt will have to cross the timeline. Does to Hale. 5 seconds and counting. Maddie picks up the dribble. She's double teamed. Finds Cameron. Now she won't have to pass. The time expires. Her final. Lady Braves knock off the Cheyenne South Bison by a score of 49-32 is your score. Star Valley up on top. It's your Silver Star Communications postgame show coming your way next on the SVI Sports Network.
I've been thinking commentating is not that tough.
Really?
Yeah, I think we can do it.
You think so?
Wow. That is a smooth finish.
I am speechless. As she moves in, stalking the dum-dums. Critical play for the organization. Look at that skill.
Focus.
Finger dexterity.
Focus.
On its finest display here.
Focus. They're the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10. They're going to go all the way.
It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Duke and Dow got nothing on us.
Yeah.
Your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
I went up to Dr. Melissa to get some acupuncture on my hips and my knees because of problems that I've been having. And some of the things I wasn't able to do was to walk upstairs very well or get in a car or hike or anything like that. So because of that, now I'm riding my bicycle and going hiking and walking lots more. And it's just been a real blessing for me to be able to do that.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is. And it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter.
SVI Sports broadcasting live on SVI Media and Swift 98, the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go.
Back to more live coverage of the Star Valley Braves, provided by the SVI Sports Network.
Getting our camera back on here. Had a battery problem. We'll get that taken care of. But then your Silver Star Communications post-game showdown. Lady Braves win at 49-32 is your final score. And Star Valley just took over that fourth quarter, about 5 minutes left to go, and they just owned the South Bison from that point.
Well, how about this, Duke? They scored 100 points today. They had 2 games and scored 100 points. 51 in Lander, 49 here in Riverton. Even I can do that math. That's a nice day. Picking up 2 wins over 2 quality teams, and the Lady Braves with some great momentum as they head into tomorrow's game against Sheridan.
Star Valley boys varsity team coming up against South in just a few moments. But first, how about your post-game stats presented by Battleson Brothers Flooring, Carpet One?
Well, Williams ends up leading the Cheyenne South Bison with 13 points. Van Tassel had 11, but all of those in the first half. Smith had 6 rebounds. Rebounding-wise, the Lady Braves with a 4-rebound advantage. The assists really came into play in that second half. Star Valley with 13 total assists. The Bison 13 of 20 from the line. The Lady Braves, Duke, if you'd have told me Star Valley was going to win by double-digit points and they missed 19 free throws and 17 three-pointers, I would not have agreed with you. That's what happened tonight. Three-point ball was not falling. The free throw was struggling to go through, and yet the Lady Braves still pulled away for that impressive win in the fourth quarter. 17 points from Sheridan Coles, 14 points, 12 rebounds for Cameron Erickson, 10 points, 8 steals for Kenley Engelhart, 7 points, 4 steals, 4 assists for Maddie Hale, and 1 point for Bailey Erickson. That's your scoring. Lady Braves 1 of 18 from the three-point line and 12 of 32 from the free throw line, but it didn't matter tonight.
That's your Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One post-game battle stats. Quality, price, service. That's Battleson Brothers Flooring. How about your player of the game presented by Star Valley Skidoo?
I really think there's some great play, but what Sheridan Coles did over the course of the game, especially in the second half and the fourth quarter, I think it's got to go to her. 17 points. She hit a three-pointer. She had 4 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. She hit 4 free throws as well. Went 5 of 7 from the field. That's my choice.
So congratulations to Sheridan, the player of the game presented by Star Valley Skidoo in Thane. That will do it for the Silver Star Communications post-game report. Leave slow internet in the dirt. Learn how at silverstar.com. That's silverstar.com as the Lady Braves knock off Cheyenne South 49-32. Star Valley will take on Sheridan tomorrow here in the same gym. Of course, we'll have that game for you on SVI. But first, it's the varsity boys game between Star Valley and Cheyenne South. That's coming your way next. For those watching on SVI, a new video will start here shortly. And for those listening on Swift 98, hang with us. We'll play a song, maybe 2, and then bring you right back here to Riverton High after this on the SVI Sports Network.